Alrighty. So what we are going to be doing today is it's a continuation of how to graph a line from the equation. So let's get started here. Let's do y equals, how about 3x? How about actually 3/2 x? Make it look proper here. Plus 4. We are going to graph that line. I'll even circle it, give it some emphasis. I'd like you guys to follow along, try and do this in Paint, and what we're going to do afterward is we're going to use Desmos to check our work. Alright, so let's construct our axis. Always a fun time. Alright. There's the x, there's the y, and what else do we need? Well, we almost always need our little tick marks. Try and make those evenly spaced. Alright, so what do we start out with here? We always start out with the y-intercept. That's this plus 4 tagged on the end. That's the part that is not with our x term right here. So plus 4. What does that tell us? That means that we cross the x-axis, the y-axis, sorry, at y equals 4. Alright. And now what's the next step that we got from the video? We use the slope here, and that's the one that's attached to the x. And slope will either be a normal number like 3, or in this case it's 3/2. But guess what? 3 can be written as 3/1. And what we do with these is we got to remember that slopes are always rise over run, which is the same as change in y over change in x. So what is the slope here telling us? This 3/2 that we're going to work with. It's telling us that the change in y is 3 and the change in x is 2. Also, another good tip is the slope, whichever sign it is, that'll tell us if it's going uphill or downhill, remember. So this one is positive, so we know that our slope is going to be going uphill. So we go in our y direction first. We go up 3, and then we go over 2. Should be like right there. And easy as pie, we draw a line through the points. And so that's what our line should look like. Now, let's go check in Desmos to see if we did it right. And all you got to do here is type in y equals 3/2 x plus 4. And what do we think? I think that looks exactly like what we got. Or really close. Good enough. Something else I want you guys to see, just to tackle how these numbers relate to each other. Check this out. We can see by changing the m here, that's the slope because it's attached to our x. But look, when it's negative, it goes downhill. When it's positive, it goes uphill. And we can see that the bigger the number, the steeper it is. We can also see that when we change our b here, guess what? That changes where it crosses the y-axis, just like we went over earlier. So I want you guys to mess around with that, try out some examples, and good luck, have fun.